this is embarrassing. Plante! Hey planters, my name is Taylor and today I'm going to be showing you what I do when I have a dying plant on my hands. For this not so green queen today, I'm going to be propagating it to, well, try to save her. I don't exactly know what went wrong with this plant, but I have a pretty good idea. So to start, I'm taking out a lot of her soil so I can take a good look at her roots and see what's going on. Once I took the first node out, I was checking out its roots, and even though they looked okay, I took a whiff, and as I suspected, I think this plant might have been overwatered. Ew, Taylor, you did what? Yes, I know what I said. If your soil does smell a little funky, it could be a root to overwatering. Even though this pot does have a drainage hole, it's a little tiny hole located on the side of the pot, not directly under the pot, and I think that's where my plant and I kind of went wrong. I was overwatering it without letting it drain completely out. So, after looking at the roots, smelling the soil, looking at the pot, and especially seeing that my plant has yellow and brown spots, I think it's safe to say I overwatered this green queen. But hey, if you have plants, you might kill plants, and that's just the way of learning the art of the green thumb, I guess. So no worries, I do have a couple skills in my back pocket to help save this plant, and I'm going to teach you how if you are ever in similar situations. First things first, what's salvageable? Well, I'm looking at the leaves and I see brown spots, I see yellow spots, and what you could do is just take your scissors and cut off any yellow spots or brown spots, but if I wanted to do this to this plant, I probably should have done it maybe a month or so ago. So I'm going to have to go a little bit more in depth with this plant, but if you only have yellow and brown spots here and there, definitely just cut them off and repot the plant into a pot that has better drainage. Unfortunately, I am past the point of just cutting off yellow and brown spots, so I'm going to be looking at what's absolutely good enough to stay and what just has to go. I only found 3 leaves that were not overly affected by my overwatering, so I'm going to be saving those 3 leaves and propagating them. Before you start making any incisions on your plant, please remember to be cutting below the node. Please cut, what was it? Oh yes, below the node. And remember to be gentle, but if you break a couple roots, don't worry, it'll be okay. Whoops! Okay, where was I? Right now, I am still just separating any of the yellow or brown leaves away from the all green leaves that I'm trying to save. If any of your leaves actually do still have yellow or brown spots on them, that's totally fine. We can cut off those brown spots or yellow spots later, but for now, because I did have 3 leaves that were actually pure green, I was just focusing on those 3 leaves and getting rid of anything that really did have brown or yellowing. And finally, at last, it was just me and my 2 plants ready to go. Here I am trying to decide if I want to plant them in soil or water, what would look best. I didn't really know, so I played with it for a little while. Remember, plants are an extension of an art form, so whatever you think will look best in terms of your own home or in terms of just the overall plant, do what feels good. And even once you make a decision like I did, switch it up because, I am one of the most indecisive people you will ever meet, but once I know, I know. Once I made my final decision, I was ready to put this green queen in a vase with some water. Just something to note, prior to doing this, I did rinse its roots as best as I could. And if you're putting your plant in a vase with a tight squeeze like I did, just make sure to be extra gentle with the roots. Believe me, being patient and delicate will pay off because yay! Look how excited I was after I had the finished product. Once I had this root system all stuffed in the vase, it was time for me to add water. Please make sure that your water is filtered and that it is lukewarm. You don't want your plant to be going in shock after you just moved it from soil to water, so try to keep it as comfortable as you can. With that being said, I did add it to a vase that was slightly tinted. Adding a tinted vase actually will mimic the roots being underground. They kind of think they're underground because it's a little bit darker, and it kind of helps them have a smoother transition. As for the second cutting, it's pretty much as simple as repotting a plant. I did grab new soil as I didn't want to use the stinky soil, and then I grabbed the plant, made it look best as I could in the pot, and filled in any empty spaces with fresh soil. Last but not least, it's kind of obvious that I wasn't treating this green queen as well as I should have, so it was time for me to give her leaves a good scrub-a-dub-dub. I am using a leaf shine, I believe it's by Miracle-Gro, and I'm just wiping the leaves. Wiping the leaves is essential when you have plants, you guys. It allows your plant to fully photosynthesize, it gets rid of any pests that might be on your leaves, and overall it just gives your plant a more fresher feel. And oh my goodness, plant, I'm so sorry I haven't done this sooner. I love you. On to better, bigger things. Here we go. Well, there you have it, planners. Thank you so much for watching today. It was quite a journey, so we held on tight. Just remember, if you do have any dying plants, there are options to making them healthy again. Look how cute this is. Oh my gosh, wow. Anyway, these voiceovers are getting kind of weird, so I'm going to end it here. Here are the final products. Please feel free to message me or DM me if you have any questions or concerns with your plants, literally about anything. I'm here for you. And as always, planners, remember, keep growing, continue strengthening, and always evolving. Till next time, planners, I'll see you soon. And, well, I'm waving goodbye, but you can't see me. All right, see you soon.